We return to the adventures of Rachil the Devourer Librarian. Sorry, we return to the adventures of Rachil the Librarian, the CK2 Let's Play that everybody's been waiting for. So, I did some digging, and it turns out, there's been, honestly, yesterday I came off today's video being a little bit critical of Mythos and how easy it was, particularly to devour gods, turn gods, things like that. I thought to myself, you know, the gods aren't supposed to be landed in Mythos. That's something I've added. They are characters in the game, but I've just given them some land. There can also be some weird shit happening where they also do get landed. Marrying off distant family members, those family members dying off because of primogeniture. That defaults back to Odin. Odin gets some land, etc., etc. Point is, I thought that vampires just were never supposed to feed on gods, and it was my bad for making that a possibility. Turns out, not quite the case. Vampires actually can feed on gods, and after looking at the code, it turns out that you are as likely to succeed feeding on a god or a demigod as you are with a werewolf, for example. And the point I made in Discord was, you know, you got as much chance to bite Zeus as you have an old man who turns into a dog once a month, which is absolutely the case. So what I've done in the fairness of balance and equality and the fact that they are fucking gods after all, I've added it so that feeding on gods is now literally like 50 times harder. So still possible, given that, I mean, let's be honest, it clearly was not fucking difficult. Look at our lineup we've got right now. We've converted most of the Hellenic Pantheon. The Hellenic Pantheon at this stage is more of the Draculesti Pantheon than it is Hellenic Pantheon. So I made it, I think it was something like, no, I made it 25 times harder. Sorry, my bad. And demigods are 10 times harder. That way, you can still feed on gods, but it's very risky. But with great risk comes great reward. I've had a little mechanic as well, so that if we do slurp down a little bit of the old Zeusy blood, we could get something big out of it. We get a portion of his divine power, let's say, rather than just sating some hunger and going about our merry business. I've also made it a lot more frequent that you get caught, because I thought we've killed so many people. We've drunk 16 people. We've never once been reprimanded for it. So I've upped the chance of us being caught as well. More risk, more reward, hopefully more tension going on here as we carry on with the adventures of Rachil the Devourer of Constantinople. Speaking of which, why don't we do our rounds? Why don't we do our regular rounds, go to all of these provinces and recruit ourselves some volunteers, because that tended to go pretty goddamn well yesterday. Bear in mind that we've now got a vampiric Hellenic capital here. Can we flip to the ecumenical patriarch's culture? Well, is that like a shortcut we could do to... Because obviously, the damned faith consider Constantinople a holy site. No comment. What was I about to say before I got horribly distracted there? So, obviously, forming the vampiric culture was one of the big goals of the series. It's actually one of the big goals playing a vampire in the Mythos mod. I need to point out, I do like Mythos as a mod. It's one of my favorite mods, but it is a little bit clunky here and there, but it is incredibly good as well. No other mod has hit the scope of fantasy quite like Mythos has. That I just want to preface, because I don't want people to think I'm hating on Mythos or anything like that. Quite the opposite. I like it, which is why sometimes I'm like, it could be so good if it was just this little tiny little tweak. So and look, I fixed it myself, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so one of the big things was obviously forming vampiric culture, which we've essentially sidestepped by allowing anybody with a higher rank can just take that decision, which is what the ecumenical patriarch has done. I wonder if we can just use him as a way to flip over to the culture. We'd have to become his vassal, which, hang on, we can do that. If we just move to, the Temple of New Olympus, of the Temple of Constantinople, he becomes our liege, and then we just convert to his vampiric culture. Big brain play. That's cool, because it was one of our goals, and all it does is just flip you over to vampiric culture. That decision, you don't get a big fancy event saying like, oh, the founding of vampires or anything like that. You just change culture. That's cool, because it means that we've got our culture, as is intended, but we've also got the same culture as the province that we're recruiting people from. And as Mike Knight said, that will give us a little bit of a discount on things. It can allow us to become a bit more of an effective mercenary band. Now all we're looking for is them to stop worshipping Zeus and instead worship mighty Rachil the Devourer. This works. I like it. We've basically, what we've done, for those of you who've watched Game of Thrones, we've basically high-sparrowed Zeus right now in Constantinople. Classic. This is where I thought this series was going. The librarian vampire devourer is now also a commander of the ecumenical patriarch who's still orthodox. He's also a known vampire now. He got caught. Maybe my mechanics are actually working as intended. Very nice. Okay, my friend, I want to... Actually, we could just drink from... Can we drink from... I mean, demigods also work, bearing in mind. What? Are we not hungry? Is that why? Oh, we're not hungry. I was like, why can't we drink from them? Maybe I've broken something. But no, we're just not quite hungry yet. Demigods will also work, but demigods still have the crazy personal combat. I mean, this guy especially has like brawny and shit. Is there like a... We can feed on children. A little bit strange, but we can do that. Drink blood. Yes, do it. She escaped. Honestly, that's a good thing. That's a good sign that the demigods are actually fighting back. They are still demigods, realistically, so they should still kick our ass. And we've only got 140 personal comment. Oh, we flipped over to a guard, by the way, from a librarian. Congratulations, Decisive Veteran. Thank you, I appreciate it. We were on the job all for, what was that? A month, a whole month, and we got a promotion. Very nice. Is there anything else we can do with the assassins? Oh, and more societies have disappeared. They're all disappearing. That's okay, it's not a big deal. Right, okay. I want to see if it's worth staying with the assassins or whether or not it'd be better to do a complete 180 and walk away to Court of Brothers. We go Quad Nostra. Those guys give national tax modifier, but lower morale of armies. To be honest, the Court of Brothers right now would be the best choice for us, based on normally the modifiers affecting landed rulers. Build cost, build time, levy size. We don't have build cost, build time, or levy size to worry about. We would just get the diplomacy, the general opinion. More to the point, it means we really could be this knife in the dark, controlling things from the Shadows Puppet Master style character that we've kind of established ourselves as here in Constantinople by using some of these powers. Targeted decision lets you get a non-aggression pact. We can apparently switch to feudal or become a confederation, which would be kind of fun. Solace allows people in our characters around to lose depressed or stressed. Good side allows us to lose uncouth, gain groom power or general opinion. Allows us to use a targeted decision on characters game of 50 opinion moves. Imagine that versus Zeus. I feel like we've run our course with the assassins. I don't see what else they can really offer us here besides the intrigue bonuses. The plot power's really nice, but I mean, I don't really know what we can set up. I still want to set up Vlad as the... I would love to set him up as the Tsar of Bulgaria, but I think to pull that off, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. We'd have to basically flip the current Tsar into our dynasty, and then we'd have to kill him so that our father would inherit, because it would go primogeniture, and then... Is it primogeniture? Yeah, so the oldest member of the dynasty would inherit. It's normally the oldest child, but obviously our father's alive, so it's going to be a bit weird in that regard. I guess we could do that. We could mark him for death and then try and convert him, but that would involve moving back to Bulgaria and then coming back to Constantinople. It's a cool play, but... You know, fuck it, I'm going to do it. It is a cool play. You're right. You're damn right. It's a cool play. Let's do it. Move back over. Right, hello, friend. We're going to offer to turn him. This is what we have to achieve with, right? Send him. We need to start swaying this guy. This is where the Court Brothers will come in handy, but I want to be able to still mark him for death and assassinate him after the fact. We're going to get Vlad landed. We're going to give him the whole of Bulgaria. Acceptance increased by cruel, proud, or your diplomacy. Hang on. Does that mean that his acceptance will be increased by these, and that's not currently active? He's proud. He's proud. He's cruel. We are also proud and cruel. I actually think that might be his active effects, you know. I was thinking maybe, you know, that it said that Zeus would accept it because we had a high opinion. Maybe it's if and not because. Does that make sense? Obviously, join his war. Obviously, that will give him a little bit more of an opinion game with us there. I think we're just going to have to rely on the old-fashioned swaying. And by old-fashioned, I mean literally added within the past couple of patches. If we can also invent some panacea... Oh, the Shepherd's Crusade kicked off and fucked up. That's okay. If we can invent some more panacea, if we can craft some more of that, obviously I'll just grant that to him. That was what, like a 75 opinion gain or something crazy like that. So we need to nominate a successor. Oh, right. We can nominate a god to succeed us. Wow. That's quite kind of funny, isn't it? Who have we got? Artemis. We could play as Artemis. Kronos. Kronos as in Zeus's grandson Kronos, not OG Kronos. We can play as Poseidon. You know what? Poseidon gets nominated my successor. This girl has the Great Key of Solomon, and that's relevant because she is a 14-year-old girl, so probably can't defeat mighty Rochelle the Devourer, who's apparently bitten the gods themselves. More importantly, the Great Key of Solomon is worth a shitload of opinion, so I think we're going to go and steal that. Wait, it's a duplicate artifact. Don't do that. Just in case it immediately disappears. We want to find, basically, a vulnerable character like that we can steal an artifact from. Why has everybody got the Lesser and Greater Keys of Solomon? Okay, this guy doesn't. He has... We could steal that book on the Republic. We could... I mean... We can only steal artifacts that aren't equipped. What I'm going to do then, let's go for the search all. Let's go for quality 5 artifacts. We just type in 5 like that. Diplo range preferably. I wonder what Odin's got that's quality 5. Steal from Zeus. We can steal from mercenary band leaders. It's got the Jade Dragon. I'd keep that for myself. Fuck that. He has Andvaranaut, which is the ring that Odin has that splits into... I think it splits into like 7 pieces, and then those split into 7 pieces, etc. That would be an interesting steal. Unfortunately, he's got it equipped. What have you got? The Axe of Perkinus, which makes a lot of sense given that he's remover. I guess we'll go for you then. I want to keep the Jade Dragon, to be honest. So this is for me. The last was for business. This is for pleasure. Do we want to take... We've got a choice. We can take Angela the Careless on this heist with us, our clumsy wife, or we can take Poseidon, God of the Sea. I'll take Poseidon, God of the Sea. Thank you, Poseidon. Very cool. Let's do it. Let's take him down. Are we... There we are. Okay, we arrived at his capital as expected. It's heavily guarded. There's a group of guards at the main door, a servant's entrance at the back, and a window near the stables. However, they haven't taken into account the fact that I am Poseidon, god of the sea. You managed to evade most patrols, taking outside your treasury. 2 board guards stand between us. They are no match for Poseidon, god of the sea. Bear in mind, I said this yesterday, and we had like 2% chance of success, and 2% chance of failure, and we hit it, so that's not great. What have we got here? 89% chance. Give me a Jade Dragon. Arguably the rarest, one of the, if not rarest, artifact in CK2. To be honest, probably the Holy Grail or something like that is rarer, but this is very, very difficult to get. In all my time just interacting with China, I've never actually got it. I've only ever stolen it from other characters, which goes to show just kind of how ridiculous that is, especially given that we play with China being open to everybody almost every series. Otherwise, what's the point of owning the fucking DLC? Right, okay. Got ourselves a Jade Dragon. That's for me. I'm keeping that one. That one's mine now. Instead of gifting him a book about demons, we're just going to have a nice chat. Let's have a nice chat about... No. I don't want to lose ambitious just to make this guy my friend. I'll be assertive and explain to him why they're wrong. He's proud, he's cruel. He is patient and trusting, though. We might be able to win him over. Come on. Come on, keyboard warrior. Yield. I learned a lot from this discussion. Oh, no, that was a hunt, apparently. Did you see that? I think that gave us the wrong event. He did not enjoy it, but we didn't fuck it up, so that's not too bad. Offered to join another war. There we go. That's another, there's a little bit of opinion there, because I believe they stack. Or they don't. Yeah, they do stack. Okay, we're good. And then offered to turn. I still want to get a bit more opinion before we go for it. We've also got a favor. It's a shame we can't offer to turn them for a favor, huh? Should we just give it a go? Because by the time we put up an opinion, chances are it will come off of cooldown again. You are a coward. We've got to turn this guy. We could turn his daughter and just kill him, or we could turn his heir and just kill him. That actually might not be a bad idea. Absolutely fantastic volunteer haul there. We got two recruits and then a grand total of fuck all. It turns out a old brawny magical vampire who's very hungry, by the way. Classic, we'll go for the liege's wife. We are renewed. Thank you, much appreciated. There we are. Weren't caught, by the way. I guess probably something to do with the fact that she actually isn't a god last time I checked. Unlike Poseidon, god of the sea. What was my plan? What am I doing? I'm trying to sway this dude. I mean, we could just give him an artifact and try and get the book again. Because, to be honest, the big book, the Great Key of Solomon, only affects... Oh, it's only for 60, though. It only affects summoning, and we can't do summoning. I don't think we can actually learn any other magic. Now that it's like Alchemist or nothing, you know? Or you can't go Alchemist, Summoner, and everything else, unfortunately. It'd be kind of cool if you could do that. Like maybe make it harder every single time to learn the next skill. We could also mark ourselves as... Wait. Oh, we are at war. I was going to say we can mark ourselves as for hire, but honestly, I want to keep these volunteers. How much have we picked up right now? 398. So you can only raise them if you have less than or equal to 1,000. So we want to get as close to 1,000 as possible. 2,000 as possible. Raise them. Then we'll also raise our assassin. Oh, to be fair, that's another fair point why we should stay in the assassins. And then grab Venice. Like I said, I want Venice. I want Venice for ourselves. If we make ourselves the... Right, okay, so Zeus has vassalized him. We need to find ourselves a crappy vassal to swear fealty to as well. Africa in the middle of Italy. What's going on there? That to me looks like some Gavelkind shenanigans, perhaps. What the hell is going on in this world? Ambitious gives us plus 20. Cruel gives us plus 20. I'm sure you enjoyed the visit to my torture chamber. You know, that's also like a thinly veiled threat as well. So I think that's got a little bit of a double meaning there. For our opinion, when can we next offer to tournaments? When the horrified modifier runs out, basically. So we've got another 2 years before we can try it again. We've got to kind of put a limit on it as well, otherwise we could just sit here for the next 400 years trying to turn this guy to... Well, obviously not, because he would die. But we could spend as much time as we want, and I don't think that's really in the spirit of things, just to sit and try over and over and over and over. I would love to give Vlad the whole of the round, but it's going to be quite tricky to pull it off. That's why I'm thinking we wait for his daughter to turn of age, because that'd be easier, because she's also just a fucking drooling idiot. My god, just unbelievably bad. She's basically a house pet rather than an empress at this stage. But we'll try it again. If that fails, we'll come back in a few years, go for his daughter instead, turn her into our dynasty, kill him off, and then... Actually, no, we need to make her empress and kill him first. Because if we turn her into our dynasty and then kill him, obviously she'll be our dynasty, so won't be his heir anymore, you fool. Right, fine. Just a little chat with myself there to make sure things are going right. Yeah, we'll give it one last go, and then we'll go back to Constantinople, keep digging up... Hellenic, they converted back their culture, you absolute fool. You could kill him, though. Kill him and convert his son, who's only a demigod at this point. I wonder if we give one of our dynasty members Olympus. Rather than trying to convert Zeus, we just kill him. And then bite one of his progeny instead. That could work. do the same as what we're doing here, but instead to get one of our family members on the throne. Just start building vampiric realms secretly. Once we crack this, it could work really, really well. Invitation work as a diplomat to the Tsar. Okay, fair enough. What I'm thinking is we could go actually round to round doing this. Hit Asgard, do the same thing. England, West Francia, Germany, Lotharingia. I mean, Egypt. Hey, why not spread out? That could be really interesting if we find a good way, a consistent way to make it so that their heir becomes a vampire after them. Now, apparently, biting characters has a 5% to also turn them into a vampire. So we could just keep biting Zeus's heir over and over and over and over. And then if Zeus were to horribly fall down the stairs or horribly fall onto the end of Poseidon, god of the sea's trident, then our guy takes over and is a vampire. That's basically, even though he's not part of our dynasty, that's still going to fulfill our goals. Hang on, 3rd of the 8th, 10:05. That modifier is supposed to go back. Am I going insane here? 3rd of the 8th. 3rd of the 8th. American. Obviously, it's just backwards dates, you moron. There's me thinking, like, hang on a minute, February's already gone. All right, there we go. That's looking a little bit better. Right, so, back to my... Oh, we lost something else, though. Shit. Offer to join war. That'll do it. Boom. Offer to join his war, and then we'll offer the other one as well. Hopefully, that'll be enough to... Did you say I don't need you butting into my wars? You can get fucked with that one, friend. Allow me. Yes, glad I accept. Okay, good. And then... Oh, no, we did let us into the one. We're fine. Is there anything else we can do now? Because I feel like we've just lost a bunch of opinion with him there. Well, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll offer to turn. If he says no, we'll just bite him the old-fashioned way. Feeling inspired. I should have left it a few more seconds. Yeah, he's turned us down again. Not much of a surprise there. He's not up for it. Okay, now we'll just go ahead and bite him the old-fashioned way. Still fucked it up. My woman's still like, I need to find another victim. It's weird that you're not punished for that. I still find it so odd. You know, I tried to bite the Emperor on the neck, and he's just, like, beats me up and leaves me. That's so weird. Oh, well. Let's go back to Constantinople, then. We tried. I mean, it is a cool idea, but it's so finicky to actually pull it off. When we make our way through the Court of Brothers, then I think it's definitely doable. I think we should probably aim for that. I'm going to leave the assassins after we've conquered a province of our own, I think. Why does this not like me? Minus 50. I mean, yeah, that's understandable. Foreigner. Oh, because we lost all of our goodwill that we built up with him. Right, okay. From a non-aggression pact. Yeah, no, about that. We'll keep swaying him again. I'm going to offer to turn his son. Actually, let's just go for all of his kids again. Why the hell not, honestly? Offer to turn. We might as well keep topping up our own dynasties. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. God-related characters. Did we get the... Wait, was she not a god? Did we not get the God's Blood trait? God's Blood. Ralph had recently. Shit, I guess she didn't count. Oh, because she's only a demigod. Alright, my bad. What a moron. Okay, don't worry about that too much. Go back to Zeus. Where are we looking at? Offer to turn. Okay, I can't offer to turn children. I feel like that's reasonable. Take me up on this. Come on. Come on. Yes. Okay, there's one. There's another one. Poor Zeus. How many kids has he actually biologically had at this stage, I wonder? I mean, there's your answer right there. Incredible. More demigods for us is obviously quite nice. We can offer to turn. I feel like it's fucking pointless, but why not? Honestly, let's just give it a go. The amount of time it's going to take to get him up to decent opinion again. Right, I'm not wasting the rest of the episode on this. Fuck it. We're just going to stick around in the now, once again, Hellenic, unfortunately, capital. We're going to go through... Did our ecumenic patriarch die? No, he's still there. I guess just the cultural conversion thing undid itself. I mean, Zeus probably converted it back, basically. That's a shame, because we were getting a lot of volunteers from that previously. 16, hey, I'll take it. It's still good numbers, don't get me wrong. We want to get as close to 2,000 as possible, but I don't want to waste the whole time just sitting around building up volunteers again, because it's got quite a long cooldown to it. Another 8, and then finally, Pempton, we get 32. Nice, there we are. That's what we're looking at. Okay, we're looking at in terms of volunteers. We got 486. What type of army, realistically, do we want to take Venice? Like 2,000 men? Bear in mind, if they get a chance to use the whole Defend the Republic button along with everything else, that could be a bit of an issue. Raise volunteers for 486 plus the army of assassins. Another... I don't know how many troops that actually spawns in. I should probably go and look that up, because, I mean, that's kind of our ace in the hole here. That's the whole point with staying part of the Assassin Society, and if we rely on it, and then it ends up being like 2 dudes, that's not super ideal. I'm sorry, what? Raises 2,500 light infantry, 1,500 archers, and 1,000 light cavalry at the cost of 7 gold maintenance. And 500 divine power, you must be at war. It's going to cost us 7 gold per month just to keep them going. We must be at war, and chances are they'll also despawn if we're not at war. Oh, man, I am so tempted to just immediately try and clap Venice right now. How many people have Venice got? 1,200. It's just too juicy sat there waiting for us to conquest it. Now, obviously, if we become landed, we can't move between courts. Now, bear that in mind. We also wouldn't become a merchant republic, I don't think. Because there is a castle available. It's an invasion. So as long as we take a castle, I imagine the game will still default to being feudal. Actually, I don't know what would happen then. We could always join the Court of Brothers and flip to feudal or even a confederacy if we feel like it. That we've got options. I'm saying that if we take Venice, we're not just going to be the vampiric merchant republic, luckily enough. Honestly, let's do it. Let's do it. Sometimes you got to take a gamble, huh? Marking for death as well. Let's cause some real fucking chaos. There we are. Notify me when the deed is done. Declare war. Full-blown invasion. Chancellor is immediately going to get some more troops. Let's not give him too long here to prepare. Right. Raise the volunteers. We are currently in Constantinople, correct? Hire the ships. Raise the assassins. Raise the volunteers. Where's my assassins? Takes a while. What? Where are my assassins? Brother. Oh my god, I bet they appear in your capital. Well, no, that's not the case at all, because... Where are my assassins? Maybe they just take a while. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Obviously, they're just busy. Obviously, they're just busy. Oh, come on. We don't have any commanders. They're here, by the way. They're on the boats. We don't have any commanders? What do you mean? Also assigned... We're not allowed any commanders? What, as a mercenary band? That might be a minor title issue. Don't worry about it. We'll lead our own troops. Get out of here. How do I resign? How do I lead troops? Obviously press the button, you fool. Can we not get any of these goddamn... Oh, who have we got in our court? Who the hell is Mom Chill? Can you lead troops, Mom Chill? It's going to be us leading the invasion, personally. So this is going to be an interesting battle. That's our whole army, is it? What? The army spawned in the ocean. It's not even on the ships. There we go. My god, that's... I've never seen that before. Armies can spawn in sea tiles. Hang on. Leave that with me. I've just come up with the greatest mod idea in the whole world. Rechilled. Just leading the whole thing. We could put all the units on the center, to be fair. Don't worry about the fact that the assassins are called the Mandekalu Horsemen. That's just the name of the assassins guild. Right, go for it. Venice, you are mine. Oh god, the money. Oh, I mean, it did cost 7 gold per month. That's what it said on the wiki after all. Yikes, that's a dangerous invasion. 1240. To be fair, they're not fully moraled up yet. Yikes, this is going to be really bad. Isn't there a bard mocking him in all realm provinces? It's a fucking ambitious bard. Wow, this is an ambitious invasion. We lost. That's basically it. That's the war over right there. All right, never mind. Sorry, Venice. I'll don't know what you're talking about. I didn't try and invade. Surrender. Pays 8 gold. Easy. Easy. It was worth the attempt. Terrible execution. Okay, so we need more troops than that. I think we've worked out there. Just gonna pay off my debts now. Bring it on, scrub. Walk away victorious. We're gonna have to raise some more volunteers now. Bollocks. Oh, here we go. We're making some more panacea then. So I imbue my health directly into it, healing for health. We're immortal, so who cares? There we are. Discovered Azoth again. We've done that quite a lot. I don't think you can call it discovery after you've done it 4 or 5 times there, Chief. Right, so we can now sway Zeus by just launching that at him if we really need to. He's also been hiding. He's in hiding, huh? Why is he in hiding? Who's trying to assassinate Zeus? Probably everybody. That's a silly question. Gain Cynical. Again? Did we not already have Cynical? Interesting. We are at a 36 intrigue, though. So to be honest, if we wanted to kill Zeus, we might actually genuinely be able to pull it off. 102%. We might be one of the only people able to pull that off. Grandmaster of the Assassins plus ridiculous intrigue score. There's got to be something I can do with this. There's got to be something. He's married to his... Who's that? He's married to his, like, cousin. My grandson, Pan. Yeah. No, that's what I meant. God, this is confusing. I think if we kill Zeus... Devour Zeus. All we need is a man in our prison to devour to become a cannibal. Then we actually... Because... It's one thing to drink his blood and gain the bonus from that. It's another thing to eat him entirely. That would give us his bloodline. It would give us his powers. It wouldn't give us the god trait or anything like that, because that's not how you become a god, unless it's Dark Souls. I think maybe we go for the cannibal. I just got to try and imprison someone. Mom Chill, you're... Please go to my prison, please. Okay. Now we eat him. How do I eat this man? We have to go crazy. Can we go into seclusion? I assume not, given that we are technically unlanded. We need to become a lunatic. How do you become a lunatic? Scholarship focus. Magic focus is doing nothing for us. Go back to scholarship, but we've already done the... Did we not get... We got the Necronomicon, didn't we? Did we not get the Necronomicon? Or did we not... I feel like I'm going crazy here. Hang on. Or maybe that was the episode I scrapped. Okay, don't worry about it. Full-blown scholarship. Get the Necronomicon. Go nuts. Necronomicon will teach us the secrets we know the secrets we need to know in order to devour men and gain their power. Plus, we can always go province to province, then devouring people with bloodlines, just to add us to their bloodline as well. The unholy amalgamation of filthy blood. Wait, we've got our own bloodline as well. Is that how that works? Do you get bloodline from yourself? I wonder if that's because we've devoured somebody. Don't question it. Who knows what's going on with that? Oh, Odin's actually done it. The Germanic Reformation, led by Filka Odin? Filka Frolfa? What are you talking about? Why, yes, I have got a religion worshipping me. But I'll put this random dude. No way did he actually pick... What is it? It's temporal, and then there's, hierocratic. I can't remember. I think he set up hierocratic government. You are a moron. What is wrong with you? Priest. So what's he done with it? Hang on, let's take a look here. Focus on excommunicate Germanic characters. So he's got excommunication. Patriarch. He set up a patriarchy. Autocephalous patriarchs under kings. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it's genuinely quite interesting. How has he done that? Has he got enough holy sites? He's got Sweden, Norway. Oh, shit. He's got, wait. Oh, he's got Zealand. Right, there we are. So he's got Sweden, he's got Norway, he's got Zealand. And then he's just done a load of holy warring through Finland. Wow, that's impressive. There's not a Hellenic Reformation, is there? Because it already starts reformed. Actually, maybe you can. Can be reformed. Okay, my bad. So I wonder if Zeus will also manage that. What are the holy sites for the Hellenic faith, though? I've never done that, so... So I was saying that we did do it with Julius Nepos, but obviously it's in the base game now. It's Hellenic. Rome, Alexandria. Okay. I can't see any of the others, mainly because the map is a complete fucking state. Okay. I don't think Zeus is going to be able to pull that one off, I'll be honest, but that's kind of cool that Odin did reform the religion. Makes a lot of sense. Can we invade places that we've moved to? What I mean by that is, can we just move to Venice and then invade them from where we are? Because that means we wouldn't have to do a naval landing. I'm going to try it. We lose some gold, obviously, because we're moving quite far. Declare war. Valid Castus Belli. Right, okay, interesting. That's good to know. We could just move to somewhere really, really, really close and not give them much time to react at all. Because the issue with attacking Venice specifically is, of course, we have to do naval landing, which comes in at 50% morale, and we haven't really got a huge amount of troops. But if we're right next door in the same... If we're in a province with the Gulf of Venice, raise the troops, raise the boats, raise the troops on the boats, and start moving them in, all in the same game tick. That way, Venice will raise their troops as we're moving in, and the morale shouldn't be so much of a dampening factor on our warfare. That might be a good idea. We'll leave it there for the timing. Oh, God, I've made an enemy. You've made an enemy for life. We could always try converting Venice to vampirism early, see what we can get up to here. What's wrong with you? Because I declared war? You're a silly man. Maybe we could kill him off. Let's murder this man. Let's get ourselves a fresh slate. Then we'll slowly convert Venice from the inside, ready for us to move in and take over as the new king. Serenissimo Principe Pellegrino of Venice likes to take in the morning air on his balcony. Wouldn't it be a shame if we were? Sneaky Rothschild climbs up with the saw and slices through, cackling like Wile E. Coyote. We've lost Ambitious. To be fair, we did gain the alchemy. We did turn half of the Hellenic Pantheon to our dynasty. Gerardo offers us a job as a shop assistant. We're just an unassuming shop assistant. We're not the man that declared war on this on this province only a few days before. Oh, he died. Terrible. Gravity is a cruel mistress. Right, who's his successor? This guy's actually pretty good. He hates us still. Why? Foreigner, zealous, chaste, zealous versus cynical, infidel, known vampire, gladiator, merciless, Luciferian. Ah, this is not going to be as easy as I thought. Interesting choice of wife there. This is not going to be as easy as I thought. Shit. We still got that panacea, right? My friend, a cure-all for you as a gift to get between our cultural differences. Still minus 73 opinion. My God. There is the option, though, to preach religion. All we need is 50 piety. We are getting quite close. What can I do to gain piety? We can... maybe I should have gone for the theology focus. Preach Satanism in Venezia. Hope that he flips over. Because if we kill patrician houses, new ones will generate depending on the province's religion. This could be a legitimate idea. Using our Assassin's Guild techniques, using our own plot power, marking them for death. Wipe out one of the patrician houses, get them elected, and then we'll have ourselves a fully satanic Venice. This could be an idea. How many members of this dynasty are left? 5. Killing these guys off is going to be easy. What about the other dynasties then? So we got Moncada, 12 living members. That's slightly harder, I will admit. Diaboria, 3 living members. That one's going to be an easy one to wipe out. Okay. New plan then. Don't let me forget this because I will get distracted tomorrow. Let's get the piety. Let's turn Venice satanic, ready ahead for our invasion. I wonder if there's a way we can just get ourselves elected. We can just offer to purchase a holding, can't we? But it needs an empty holding slot, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. I'm on board now. I think this could be quite a cool little plan. Get the foundations in place for our invasion, for them to welcome us with open arms as a liberator. Thank you all for watching. I think we'll leave that one here for today because I need some breakfast. All this talk of devouring gods has made me very hungry. This is gone. We've kind of pivoted, but I think this is a much more focused, much better way to see some of the mechanics, especially the religion mechanics. Find out some of the ways we can worm ourselves into government, ideally. Maybe even get a seat on his council, build up some rapport that way, join the Court of Brothers, be able to force people for a favor. That could be quite fun. We've got a lot going for us. There's a lot of potential paths to take, and it's a little bit overwhelming. Very much a burden of choice on us right now. But I do think the preaching, followed by potentially invasion, like I said, welcome us with open arms, that could be the best way to go about things. I think it'll work. It's going to be quite tricky, but I think that's the plan we're going to go for here. Big shout out to the insane top tier level patrons for making this series, The Adventures of Recruitment, the Devourer, possible in the first place. Thank you to Chris, Skaz, Beleg Strongbow, Alchemia, Michael Mullen, Scott, Tom Terry 18, Caden Carter, Lucas, Slipping Hips, Rodin, Asuna Kiriso, Peyton Denisar, Tyler Kendall, Pelvis Presley, and everyone else at the insane tier levels on Patreon. Big shout out to these guys. Thank you guys for being extremely generous in your support for the channel. Thank you to the other patrons as well, including for today. Where's my list? Where are we up to on the list? There we are. Big shout out to Mythomatics, Smirtworm, Irotha, Dranmere, Corgi Circus, Spirit 085, Zulu, Joseph Beer, Sweetsy, William H, Mason, Fireblast, Callum McLeod, Foosh, Monty, and everyone else over at Patreon too. Thank you guys for making the channel possible in the first place. It's much appreciated. Big shout out to you guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow for some more Rechilled Adventures.